Salutations, citizens of Gielnor. Today we're going to go over the basics of HP, also known as health or constitution. It is the only stat you're going to start out with, level 10. You can grind that up when you're doing your various combat stats. You're going to gain 1.33 experience per damage dealt. When it goes down to 0, you die. Upon death, you're going to go back to your default home location, which is going to start at Lumbridge. You can change this. I'll get into that a little bit later. And your death's office is going to be any of these little gravestones that you're going to see around Gielnor. The most popular one is going to be here in Lumbridge, but you can also go to Edgeville and a few other locations. You can change the locations to... where'd it go? You can change them to Faldor after you finish Recruitment Drive by talking to Sir Tiffy. You can change them to Camelot after talking to Merlin after King's Ransom and the Knight's Training Room. You can change it to Edgeville by talking to Crystalia in her jail cell. She's right up there by the wilderness. You're going to pay a one-time fee of 5 million GP. You can change it to Prifidinus after you've unlocked it from Song of the Elves by talking to Krefta, don't correct me if I'm wrong on that, upstairs next to the altar. In Death's office, players can collect items that they did not collect from their grave within 15 minutes of dying. Items worth less than 100k GP are free to reclaim, as he does take pity on noobs, his words, not mine, but items worth more than that are going to have a 5% reclamation fee, while gravestones are only going to have a 1%. Your hit point bar, when you're attacking something, is going to be green. Any red indicates injury. Same with your enemy. You can recharge your hit points a couple different ways. You can do it out of combat. It'll auto heal. Usually it's at 1 HP per minute. You can use various prayers for faster heals, 2 times the rate, or increase your health fast. You can use a regeneration bracelet, regen brace. HP capes, which are retrieved after 99, are also going to speed up your healing. You can eat your food. There's also some potions that'll bring them up. You can talk to the monks at the Edgeville Monastery, the nurses in the infirmary at Al-Kharid. Entering certain mini-games and exiting will also recharge them. Using the Guthans set from the Barras armor will also bring up your hit points. Blood spells will give you 5% or 25% of the damage done to your enemy back to you. The Toxic Blowpipe special attack will recharge 50% of the damage that you did. The Sardaman Guard Sword will also give you 50% of the damage done, and 25 towards your prayer. Amulet of Blood Fury gives you 20% chance of healing 30% of your damage dealt. Onyx Bolts Enchanted will give you 20% extra damage and 25% damage restored. The Narda Statuette, which will give you a full restore, will also restore some of your other stats. When you have the Elite Desert Amulet, you'll get unlimited teleports there, or you can use the Fairy Ring DLQ. Where are you at? And there's your statue. You do need to do the Spirits of Elid quest to unlock that. You can use various regeneration pools or regen pools at a player-owned house. There is a Dream spell from the Lunar Spellbook, which will give you 3 hit points per minute. Dying will also recharge your health, as well as your prayer and all your other stats. You just have to go to Death's office to get your stuff. There are some things called tick eating. Tick eating is the rapid succession of consuming items There are specific items that you can use for this. You can use a regular piece of food, followed by a Saradomin brew or Sara brew, followed by either a karamja or a pizza. These are called tick foods. Tick foods, like I said, they're eaten in rapid succession. So instead of eating one, waiting a second, and then eating another, you can literally do it back to back, and it'll do fast healing. This is definitely especially useful when you are bossing. You can also damage yourself. Why would you want to do that? Well, when you're at 1 HP, you're going to hit higher than if you're at full HP because your character is in fight or flight mode, and obviously you want to fight. You can do this a couple different ways. You can do a Dwarven Rock Cake. You can use the strange device that's used for the hard clue scrolls. And then there's a couple different ways to die. When you're dying, there are safe deaths versus unsafe deaths. Unsafe deaths are mostly PvP in the wilderness. If you attack somebody, you're going to get a skull icon over your head. That means your items kept on death are going to go down. You can check which ones are going to be kept on death, including which ones are going to be kept on a PvP death through this area. Automatically kept, put in your gravestone. PK skull, all this is going to go to your gravestone. Killed by a player with a PK skull, that's going to be lost to the person who's killed you. Wilderness beyond 20. Instance deaths. These are usually quest boss. Most of your stuff is going to be picked up by somebody who's part of the quest line. They're going to hold it onto you. Some of them are free to pick back up. Some of them are not. They're going to tell you the amount that it's going to cost you before you retrieve your items. And then a safe death is just going to kill you and take you right to death's office as previously stated. It is going to be one of the first combat stats that you are going to get up to 99, and it is definitely worth it. Unfortunately, 99 is going to be your cap, but there are a couple items that will bring it above temporarily. It can go back down and will go back down by itself. Sara brews and anglerfish are going to bring you back up. Alright, have fun, y'all. Happy grinds!